Today, the Better Business Bureau will fill us in about tax scams. We'll learn more about planning the future of downtown Waupaca. Could Win TV soon be on the radio? Find out more. The Waupaca Secret Service stops by and will feature the Pet of the Month. I'm Joni Kern, and this is What's Happening Waupaca. Our first guest this afternoon is Susan Bach from the Better Business Bureau, the Appleton office. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a couple of years.
Thank you for having me, Joni. It's so nice to be here.
Yes, and we like hearing things. The Better Business Bureau is a great organization, and we like hearing what's going on.
Thank you.
We are going to be talking about tax scams because we are in that time of year where everybody is trying to put it together.
Absolutely. This is the time of year where I think everybody should be on high alert for tax scams, and there's a lot of them.
What kind of? Give me a couple examples.
Well, the kind of tax scams that we're hearing about at the Better Business Bureau is either when somebody impersonating the IRS calls you, the consumer, or somebody impersonating you, the consumer, calls the IRS, tries to file a tax return on your behalf. So,
wow.
Yeah, this is actually happening a lot. The IRS said last year that people impersonating the IRS, they received thousands of complaints last year. So it's not uncommon. It's something that's really still, the IRS is trying to get the word out on this. And
so if somebody rings and I pick up the phone and they say it's the IRS, what can I expect them to be saying to me?
yeah, they're saying this is the IRS calling and you owe back taxes. You need to pay up immediately. We want you to either give us your credit card number or wire us some money, or go to your local Walgreens or Target store, buy one of those prepaid debit cards, and read us the numbers on the back.
See, now that is odd because that isn't the way the IRS works. I mean, you get
No.
lots of letters from them and they're certified and...
Right. I mean, the IRS says this is not the way we would communicate with you if you had a problem with your tax return. We'd never call you, we'd never text you, we'd never email you. We'd start with a certified letter to you.
Right, and it'll start long before somebody says you owe us money because
Right.
they'll send you, because I've gotten those letters saying, you know, there's been a mistake on your taxes and you owe us money and you need to talk to your accountant.
Right.
So those are the kinds of things.
Yeah, they're never going to say, we're going to come and arrest you or something if you don't pay us immediately. You know, that should be a huge red flag when somebody tries to bully you and to pressure you into doing something like that. So
That's good, and there's so many money scams going on that it's good to cover this topic
absolutely.
right about now.
Yep.
Now, if somebody tries to file taxes on my behalf, so they'll call the IRS, how can they do that when I have all of my information?
Well, this is the time of year where we're all getting our W-2 forms in the mail. They're sitting in the mailbox waiting for us to pick them up. Well, if I were a scammer, I would probably be going through my neighbor's mailboxes or in a subdivision, taking those. They're very easy to spot. And if I get a hold of one, I can start filing taxes for you on your behalf, have the refund diverted to me, and I've just stolen your refund. So when you go to file your legitimate taxes, you'll get an error message saying, well, I'm sorry, you've already filed your taxes this year.
So what happens if somebody does that to me and they've gotten my taxes, then what happens? What can I do for myself then?
You should contact the IRS immediately. And also, I'd be very concerned that your identity has been stolen. I mean, obviously it has. So I would go to annualcreditreport.com, get a credit report on myself to make sure that they haven't opened up any other accounts, because you know that they have your social security number. So now you're looking for credit cards that they might have opened on your behalf, mortgages, stuff like that.
Okay, but the IRS will work with me because this is something that they're aware of that goes on.
I sure hope so.
It is the IRS.
Yes.
So we just want to be super careful that,
Right.
and I know that they do electronic W-2s now too, where
Right.
I print it out and it doesn't come in the mail.
That's
which
the
is a little
safest
bit
way, and
safer.
I would always recommend people get a locked mailbox, so that stuff like that, important stuff, isn't stolen out of your mailbox before you get a chance to receive it. So
That's actually a good idea.
yeah.
So what else is going on? Are there any other?
Well, you know, the IRS has said that they're this is going to be the worst customer service year for them because of cutting of funds that they've been cut. They just recently put out an announcement like that. So
good.
we also want you to be careful of people who are going to try and help you. You know, they'll send you an email saying, you know, have questions about your tax return, need some kind of support, we can help for free. Be very careful of those, because if you click on that link, you might be downloading malware to your computer, or it might be a big ruse to steal your identity.
And that's a big thing to remember is don't click on any links that you don't
Absolutely.
that you don't recognize. Susan, thanks for all of the information today. Now that it's tax time, we're all looking forward to our refunds, and now we have to be scared we're not going to get them. So we appreciate you coming.
Anytime.
And we will see you again.
Thank you, Joni.
Next up, we are going to be talking about what's in the future of downtown Waupaca.
The Revival in downtown Waupaca prides themselves in providing above and beyond customer service. From small to tall, women of any age can consider the Revival your professional personal stylist, helping you find the right outfit for any occasion, weddings, senior pictures, or even a special night out. The Revival also specializes in home decor with a large selection and variety of items to choose from, including art from local Waupaca artists. The Revival, 111 West Fulton Street across from Farmer State Bank, downtown Waupaca. For more information, call 715-281-5100 or find them on Facebook. The Revival, home, art, and fashion.
Our next guest is Brennan Kane, who the last time we saw you, you'd been on the job for about 2 months, so you're getting all seasoned and used to this. We're going to talk today about the vision for downtown Waupaca, because the city has put together a vision committee to talk about it. So tell me kind of what's going on and what you're trying to do.
Sure. So about a year ago, we had a group that was appointed by the mayor to about 15-member committee that was appointed by the mayor to look at the vision for downtown, look at the streetscape, look at, we're looking at reconstructing downtown. And, we're looking at a full reconstruction, what type of amenities do they want. So we're taking a look at all different options for downtown right now. We've gone through months and months of analysis with this committee, and we're at a point right now, we've come up with 3 conceptual designs. For different parking options, different streetscape options, some of them that provide wider sidewalks, some of them that provide, the opportunity maybe to parallel park instead of the angle parking. And one of the most important things that we're trying to do is make it more pedestrian safe and friendly for the downtown right now.
Okay, so now that I really want to see the plans, you are going to tell me how I can.
Yeah, what we're looking to do right now is we have 3 conceptual plans, and we want to gain public input. So we're looking to possibly utilize a downtown bit storefront for about a week in late February, early March. We're still working on the location right now, and invite people in. It's going to be kind of a mobile office that we're looking to do. I'll staff it on a day-by-day basis, and invite people to come in, take a look at the plans, see what the group's been working on, and provide their input and feedback. The committee that we have right now is mainly comprised of local business owners and property owners in the downtown. Now we're seeking the general community input on what they feel and would like to see downtown.
I think I'm going to play devil's advocate here for just a second, because when I know that it's there, I'm going to come in and see the plans. Because we've all known that this was kind of part of what was going on. But as a citizen, a lot of us are going to be jaded enough to say, well, they're going to do all of this, but they're not going to listen to me anyway. So are you going to have, in addition to the storefront, are you going to have some public forums and some other things available?
Yeah, but once we get the initial public comment on the 3 conceptual plans we have right now. That's going to start the next steps. We're looking to finishing up the visioning committee in April, May of this year with the reports to the Plan Commission and City Council. And that information that we gather from the public is going to be the next steps to hiring a consultant to actually take a more in-depth look at the concept plans. We're hoping to have a consensus of what direction we want to go, but we're not really sure yet. You know, there's a couple challenges, one being parking. But as we move along into the next steps and the next phases with the consultant, there's definitely going to be we're going to have a very transparent process and be open and have a lot of public comment and public input sessions to gain the entire community's views on the downtown.
That's really, and I know that, but that's really nice to hear that you're really looking for the input from the businesses and from the residents in Waupaca. So how long is this going to, I'm used to ordering Girl Scout cookies in January and they're in February. I'm assuming that's going to take, how many years is this project going to take?
You know, we're looking at it several years out. You know, we have some more immediate capital needs right now that we're working through as a city and as a community. We're looking at probably the conceptual design for downtown and a downtown plan to take anywhere from a year to 18 months roughly, and that's kind of the next phase. And then honestly, we don't anticipate construction probably until 2018 or 2019. So we're a ways off.
It takes a long time.
It does take a long time.
So we'll have you back from time to time to update us on what's going on. Thank you, Brennan, for being our guest today.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Next, we are going to be talking with Josh Warner about Win TV on the radio.
Whether enjoying a day of flying, group gatherings, one of 50 Cherokee Oshkosh or EAA professional pilots, supporting the community, our local businesses, aviation groups, and pilots of the future. We are the Waupaca Municipal Airport at Brunner Field. If you'd like to be a guest on What's Happening Waupaca, contact Josh at 715-258-4405 or email jwerner@cityofwaupaca.org. Full details at wintvwaupaca.com.
Our next guest today is Josh Warner, who is the IT director for the city of Waupaca, and he produces this TV show, and he does all kinds of things. And actually, this is kind of exciting because this is something that you've been working on for about a year or so, which is a radio station, a City of Waupaca radio station.
Correct. And what's interesting, about 30 years ago, they were working through a process to put Win TV on the air, this TV station. And it's very common for municipalities to operate a cable TV station. That's how they get the city meetings out or their programming out. And you know, some of the smallest cities to some of the biggest cities in Wisconsin have one of these. And we're looking at the future.
And the TV station, Win TV, is 30 years old on April 10th. So we're going to be doing some celebrating for that,
and
which
that's coming up soon.
Kind of neat.
But what's kind of neat is we're looking at something new. We're looking at putting a radio station on. Well, 30 years ago, they were looking at putting this TV station on the air.
So what kind of work goes into putting getting a radio station put together?
Well, we had to apply with the Federal Communications Commission for a license, and we received a construction permit, and we have to have this on the air by July 22nd this year. We lose the opportunity forever. So there was getting that paperwork into the FCC for that, and then just working on a budget for this, figuring out what equipment we need, and putting that all together.
So this is something that would be operated right out of City Hall.
It would be right here with Win TV. And one of the nice things, as far as programming goes for it, we produce What's Happening Waupaca on a monthly basis. Actually, we're going to be doing it a little more often starting this year. About every 3 weeks there'll be a new episode.
We will have more episodes.
But it takes a lot of work to put this program together, at least 12 hours worth of work to produce a half-hour TV program. To do a half-hour radio show, maybe 45 minutes worth of work to get that done, which means we can get a lot more community organizations, nonprofit groups, and other happenings in our community through the radio station more timely, more often, in addition to what's happening with Waupaca.
Right, because you've been talking about the different kind of programming as far as different groups
Correct.
that are going to be on, and possibly doing some sports and doing more kids groups.
Absolutely. What you would expect if we get this radio station on there, we broadcast all the programming we have on WIN TV. So what's happening with Waupaca would be on the radio as well. We'd broadcast the government meetings. We'd broadcast some of the library, senior center, Winchester Academy programs. And we'd keep doing that stuff on TV and broadcast them on the radio. But we'd start expanding what our community media program is doing by getting the community groups in here a lot more often. So if we've got a community group that goes, hey, we've got a lot going on, can we be on every other Monday? Yeah, we'll get that sort of thing going.
And I know that that's something that you and I have talked about when we talk about this, is keeping the format open to the community groups, being able to have some space, which
Correct.
truly makes the radio station very community-based, which
Correct.
is interesting.
And some other possibilities we're looking at, getting a partnership with the school district. We haven't talked with them yet about that, but I think that would be really interesting, getting them more heavily involved with our community media program, maybe deepening what we do with the senior center, maybe getting some interested seniors in here doing some programming, just some other opportunities like that.
That would be a lot of fun. Now tell me about the cost involved, because that's the next thing we all ask is, this is fine, how much is it going to cost us?
Well, there's kind of two main costs for it. There's the upfront cost of our initial equipment, and that's something that the city will not be using taxpayer money for, which on the surface sounds good, but that puts a lot of work on us. We have to try to raise $7,500 by give or take June 1st to give us enough time to get equipment ordered and here and set up.
So you're looking for local businesses to donate who want to be a part of this
Absolutely.
program, but you're also looking for citizens. If someone out there, like right now, if somebody would like to donate a little bit to this, then you can just contact Josh here at WIN TV. You've got all of the information, and you can go from there.
And anyone that donates, any business, any individual, will get sponsorship announcements on the station recognizing their donation, and those would be valued based on how much that individual or business donates, so they'll get recognized for it.
And that's similar to what we do here on WIN TV too, is that the businesses who sponsor us get sponsorship.
And then the other cost operating, this is our annual operations budget, and we've gone through that in detail, and it fits in very nice with the budget we already have for WIN TV. We'll reallocate some resources, do things a little differently, and fit right in without increasing our total annual operating budget. So that works out really nice.
Yes, it does. And as I said, it doesn't come out of taxpayers' pockets. So thanks, Josh, for all of the information.
And for more details, cityofwaupaca.org/radio.
Oh, great. Sounds good. We'll be watching for
Thanks,
it.
Joni.
You bet. Next, we have the Waupaca Secret Service on.
Like the City of Waupaca on Facebook. This is a great way to keep in touch with the City of Waupaca and communicate back to us. The City of Waupaca Facebook page keeps you informed about city services, upcoming events, alerts, helpful reminders, and even some nice pictures from around the city. Go ahead and like the City of Waupaca on Facebook. Find us at facebook.com/City of Waupaca.
Our next guest this afternoon is the Waupaca Secret Service. We have had them on here before. It's a group of boys that have done all kinds of things around the community that have made the city of Waupaca a better place to be. So are you guys enjoying all of these community service things that you're doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're having a lot of fun and learning things and making
Yes.
friendships?
Yep.
What we're going to talk about today is cell phones for soldiers, and Will is going to tell us a little bit about that program.
It's called Cell Phones for Soldiers, and we're giving cell phones to the soldiers overseas because they cannot call home to their families, and also because a cell phone bill overseas might cost 2 times what it is in the United States.
It's really expensive for a soldier to be able to call home, so there's not a whole lot of them that can do that. And I'll bet it makes them feel good, and the family too, to know that they can talk to their soldier family members, right? So how does this program work?
Well, you come and you just like a drive-through, and you come and you just drop your phone minutes or money off for the minutes, and then you just keep on going with your day.
Okay, so what happens to my phone? Let's say I have a phone, and we actually have a can over here. I want to show it to you here, Connor.
Yeah.
It's actually a can that you can put your cell phone in. So let's say I put my cell phone in here. What's going to happen to it?
We're gonna ship it off to the Cell Phones for Soldiers company, and then they're gonna ship it off overseas.
So I need to clear it out and make sure that there isn't anything on there. And then the Cell Phones for Soldiers is going to put minutes on it.
Well,
Right.
the Cell Phones for Soldiers, if there's anything on your phone, they erase everything off it so there's nothing on it. And then they put the minutes that we got on it, and then they take the money and buy more minutes.
So what happens to the phone? Is it only used by one soldier?
No, it goes from like a one group of soldiers could have it, and then it'll go to another place.
Oh, so it'll just keep going on and on and on
Yeah.
with new minutes. Isn't that cool? So when does this happen? Brighton, when does this program happen?
Well, it happens for quite long. Well, not too long, but there's a period of time that this will happen, and then you'll be able to come and drop off your cell phones.
Is there a day? Is it February 8th that you're gonna be able to drop off cell phones? So for any of us that have cell phones, and I actually have one, we're gonna put it in that can today. For any of us that have old cell phones, we can donate them, and then the soldiers can call home.
Yes.
Which is great. Now you guys are doing something else. Tell me about the video.
Well, President Obama set up a contest for people who are doing people who do good deeds, and then you're making videos of like things you do, and the winner of the contest actually gets a trip to the White House.
So you would get to meet President Obama.
Yes. Yep.
That's great. So the video is going to be on YouTube, so we're all going to be able to watch it, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. So what else do you have going on? Anything else that's fun?
Well, we have been doing just scattered good deeds around the community, and that's been hopefully a big help to a lot of people.
You guys have made dog treats,
Yes.
Yes.
right? What else have you done, Connor? What all has the group done?
Well, for one that you said, we have made dog treats so that the Humane Society can feed them to their dogs, plus sell them to anyone who wants to give them to other dogs.
By the way, they're very, very good dog treats. My dogs love them. They ate them all in like 2 days.
Previous times, we have raked leaves in people's yards.
And then there is the wall that was painted, right?
Yep.
So you guys have done all kinds of things. How long have you been organized? Do you know how long it's been?
2 or
About
3
2
years.
years?
2 years.
So it's been a terrific opportunity to get out there and help people, because I know you've helped people in their own homes, right?
Yeah. We've also made like cards for the veterans around Christmas time and 4th of July and Thanksgiving. And on Veterans Day, we made thank you cards and sent them to the Veterans Home in King.
Which I think is important. So I think you guys are doing great things, and we'll be seeing you again, because it's way too much fun to see you guys from time to time.
Thank you.
So good luck on the video. We'll all be watching it on YouTube. And for all of us that have extra cell phones, let's donate them to the soldiers. All right. Next, we are going to have Monica with our Pet of the Month.
The Waupaca Senior Center offers a variety of activities and classes to help keep area seniors active and healthy. Whether it's getting your body moving with the Zumba Gold, relaxing your mind with Tai Chi, or keeping your body strong with arthritis exercises, the Waupaca Senior Center and its friendly staff has something for everyone. So come on down, the Waupaca Senior Center, located at 407 School Street, or call 258-4437.
We have Monica Gardner from the Humane Society of Waupaca County here with our Pet of the Month, whose name is Georgianne, right?
Yep.
Now she looks like an adult cat.
She's just maybe barely a year old.
She's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 brown tabbies at home. Georgianne looks a lot like Ralph. She's
very
a
sweet.
sweetheart.
She is very affectionate. You can tell she's enjoying all of this.
She is liking all the attention.
Mm-hmm.
So she's looking for a home that wants a cat, wants a lap cat.
Yes, because she'd probably follow you around looking for attention. She's perfectly happy being held here. She doesn't even want to jump down and explore like a lot of them do. So
Cool.
she's very sweet.
Now you have something going on February 13th?
Yep, it's the first time we've tried this. It's going to be called Feline Affair.
Speed dating for cats.
Correct.
We got to hear about that.
And it's actually for people who want to adopt cats. It's so you can come in and you can just quickly meet 8 or 10 different cats, and then whichever ones you like the most, you can go back and spend more time with. So our goal is to have 8 pre-approved adopters for that evening. If you're interested in adopting, you need to get an application to us, hopefully by February 7th. We may fill up before that, so get them in just as soon as you can.
So all of us that want a little lover like this one, I mean, her feet are just needing, she is just loving this. So get in touch with the Humane Society, get your application in for adoption, and then you can come speed date.
Yep, we'll get you pre-approved, and we've got a nice little prize package put together for people who do actually adopt that night. The adoption fees are going to remain the same, but you're going to get some free cat food. You're going to get a fish dinner from Julie's Crystal Lounge.
Ooh.
The cat food you're going to get from Silver Mist, and then you're going to get a coupon to get some more cat food from them. And we're also getting some roses. So everybody will get a rose for each cat that they adopt.
Okay, so if for no other reason, then you absolutely love animals and you need another one in your house, you have to take part in speed dating for cats, because that's a story for a lifetime.
It's going to be fun.
It sounds like fun. Thank you, Monica, for being here today, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us for What's Happening in Waupaca. We're now on the air every 3 weeks with a new episode. It's going to be an exciting 2015. This means more space for more guests. If you want to be on the show, give Josh a call at 715-258-4405. We'll be back the week of February 22nd with another new episode.